Hi, Glogang, and welcome to a brand new episode of GloTalks, where we talk about art, spirituality, and life lessons. I'm your host, Gloria Mwange, and today's guest is me. It's a solo episode today, guys. I wanted to talk a little bit about three different topics. Throughout this whole process of me filming the episodes, releasing them, having my creative mind kind of, run rampant when it came down to being a perfectionist, I had to remember a specific word that was given to me. And it was stop speaking and start listening. It took me a minute to kind of take that in and realize what exactly that quote meant. Because oftentimes when I was making decisions regarding the filming of the episodes or getting guests left and right, I was not considering the word that God was actually giving me, which was to really just sit down for a bit before making any strong decisions and simply just sit in silence and listen to where he's taking me. Because by not listening to him, I found myself super stressed, honestly for no reason, but super stressed and stressed over finances, stressed over ideas, stressed over my guests, like who I wanted. And he had to kind of bring me back into the center of it all and remind me that when this project started, it started with me. It did not start with guests. It did not start with lights. It did not start with anything. It started with me. I was the person that was chosen to go through with this project itself, right? And even though it is bigger than what I anticipated, it was still a project that God specifically made sure to reveal to me every step of the way what I need to do and how I need to do it. So one day I was sleeping and I had a dream. And it actually came to me in a form of a vision. There was a song that needed to be sang for the beginning of my show, but I didn't know how I was going to go about it. So when I had the idea for the intro song, I immediately thought, who best can be able to deliver the song and also deliver the quality of the intro the way how my entourage knows best. So I immediately thought of Jessie Simmons, and I reached out to her and I'm like, Jessie, I need I need an intro song for my show. I'm thinking of you. I'm going to give you full creative process. You take care of the lyrics, you take care of everything, and just, get me together, right? And immediately, and man, she has been such a heaven sent for me on this journey that I embarked on, because she's been able to, bring me to the right directions and just give me advices on what to do for this show. When I reached out to her, not even days later, man, she reached out to me and she goes, hey, so I reached out to Jeff, who is the producer. She reached out to Jeff to set up a meeting. When am I available? I'm like, whoa. It shocked me. It took me so off guard. But I was like, you know what? Let's make it happen. When we finally got together for, the day that was set up for the recording, it was amazing to see how artists just kind of get in their zone and get to turn words into music. And that's exactly what they did. And it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Like, Jessie, I just told her, hey, this is the description of my show. And, use your creative brain and just get me something. I want it to be a minute long. I just want people to vibe with it. As far as Jeff, he asked us, he's like, what would you like for the show? And I just went straight to it. I told him, hey, I want my tempo to be Afrobeat. I want it to be a minute long. I want it to feel like summer. I want it to be inviting. And he said, say less. Guys, in about 2 hours, that whole song was done. The song fully was done. In about 2 hours, it was recorded, it was written, and it was produced, and it was also mixed. It was at that moment that I was like, okay, God, I hear you. You told me to stop speaking and start listening more. And that's exactly what I'm going to keep doing. And from this specific story, and from the word that I received at the beginning of starting this new journey, I was like, okay, so how strong is your why? I went through this, I guess, a vague period of time where I wanted to just know whys about everything. And I fell on this video on TikTok, and a guy was saying that, you need to understand your why. You need to know your whys, because your whys tells you who you are. Your whys are able to help you understand better where, what the trajectory of your life is going to be. And I had to kind of sit down with myself and figure out, okay, what is my why? Why am I actually doing this show? Because yes, to God be the glory, he gave me the idea. To God be the glory, he made sure that, the resources are there, the finances, the creativity, like the topics of conversations, the people, right? But why am I actually doing this? I remember at the beginning of the season, I did mention that I want to be able to touch souls. I just want to be able to, if I can be the person that helps change someone's perspective, help change someone's way of living, help change someone, give somebody hope, and kind of like to see another day, to be able to not give up on the little dream that they have. Because every single day I'm reminded that my why is to be able to open up a platform for those who are shy like me, reserved like me, who are very much they love being in the background more so than in front of either the camera, or just to be able to speak up for themselves. I want to be able to be the voice for those who need to kind of have that little push, that extra push, to be able to do bigger things, to understand and know that they can. Like, it is scary, yes. It is hard, yes. Every day, sometimes when I talk to my brothers, I'm like, I really hope this show pays off, man. And every single time he looks at me, he's like, there's a reason why you're the one that was chosen. There's a reason why you are doing it. Nobody else can do it like you are, And as a creative, sometimes I kind of beat myself into that, because I'm like, I want it to be perfect. I want it to be this and I want it to be that. But it's like, have you ever seen anybody start something and was great at it at the beginning? I'll wait. I realized that taking my time, and yes, the first episode, the first 2 episodes, okay, so what is this? So how can I fix this issue? The first 3 episodes, okay, so how can I find a different way to ask questions? Where can I go to be able to find information? I have been able to learn so much throughout this whole process. I'm glad that I had guests that were amazing enough to let me know, hey, you're doing great. Just reminding me that I am doing fantastic, that I'm able to, I'm doing way better than I think I am, because my creative mind is, man, if I'm freaking out, everybody knows that I'm freaking out. And some of them just will look at me like, no, you're doing great. Like, you are not overthinking. You're not overly, you're not overly doing something. And it's just amazing to have that support system. It's amazing to have, people who not only believe in your dream, but also see you. So for a good period of this project being recorded or being released and put out, I went through a season of, seeking for approval. And I had to be reminded once again that, hey, is this project that was given to you, was it given to you, or was it given to people to come and tell you, right? I work really closely with my videographer, and his job is really just to record me and record the sound and put it together, and everything else I have to do, as in like putting the details for the video and to know which parts needs to be cut, right? I remember that the first episode, when I needed to like send in the cuts, he told me, yeah, just go ahead and send me the cuts and I'll be able to, to put it together. For some odd reasons, I was like, well, I thought you would know what to do, like I gave you that, you have the episode, you can be able to cut it however you want. And then I had to be really checked that day. Like, I went to sleep and I was really checked. And the way how my conversations with God sometimes work is through visions. He makes sure to let me know how he feels and how he thinks through dreams and visions. And I remember the day that I was kind of dreading even sending the cuts. And I had this very interesting dream. And when I woke up in the morning, I was like, okay, I hear you. And it was more or less of a lesson that, like, this show is for you, it's of you, it's given to you. You have to know what to do. The people that are helping you are only there to help you get to your end goal. But you have to learn how to delegate. You have to learn how to set things in motion, because people are not going to read your mind. They're not going to make a vision that you have in your head come to life when they don't know anything. And they also don't know how your project is supposed to go. So who do you think you are, thinking that, yeah, he has the tapes, he can be able to just cut it and send it to you so you can post? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. I had to really learn the hard way this season that I am the author of this. You know, God is the one that provided everything. I'm the author of this. And, you know, I was telling my friend today that it's really hard to run a business. It's really hard to run this. And the first thing she said, she was like, well, you're already in this now. You can't stop. You can't quit. It's an amazing thing to, you know, get out of the comfort zone that I've always been in, always wanting to be in the background, because now I'm at the front. That means I have to learn how to speak up for myself. I have to learn to understand what I'm doing. I have to learn to work with the people that I'm working with. I have to learn to respect the people that I'm working with, and also respect what they do. So I'm really learning through this whole journey, through this this beautiful journey that I've embarked myself on. I have to think bigger and think further, but I also have to be able to delegate and stop running away from or shying away from the responsibilities in which that I have, right? And it's been an amazing journey. I cannot wait for season 2. I cannot wait for the many seasons that are coming. And I am just very thankful for the team that is, you know, helping this project, because we're all learning together. And we are trying really hard, and we try really hard to make sure that, you know, we deliver a great end product. And that starts with me. It starts with my heart posture. It starts with the way in which I'm able to be obedient to the word of God. I'm able to be led by God himself, and to be able to also simply know when, like, which season I'm in, and which season to be able to just sit still for a little bit and not overthink, not overdo, especially overdoing, and not, not freak out longer than I need to. Because at the end of the day, one thing about me, I will freak out. One thing about me, I will cry. One thing about me, I will complain. But at the end of the day, I will make it happen. Because I understand it, because I know it. I should not always seek approval from others, and simply remind myself every day of my why. I have to always remember my why. And the why is to be able to touch lives, touch souls, change lives, and encourage and inspire, and to be able to simply just allow everybody to, you know, understand and know that they do have art within them, that they do have that the little talent that they're putting on the back burner. Yeah, they should kind of like bring it to the forefront still, like quickly, you know, because somebody somewhere thinks it's weird, but because you bring it forward, they're able to kind of come out of their shell and understand that, hey, I found my tribe. I really hope that this episode inspires you to glow, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye. Let it glow, let it glow.